years ago. There was a group of people coming from Kisoro side near Echuya forest, and those people were migrating from Kisoro coming to Kanung side. As they were moving, it was a group of different clans, and when those people crossed through Rushaga is a tourism area in southern sector, together with Nkuringa. So those people crossed through Rushaga, and as they were coming this side, they reached at the swamp, and there was no way for them to continue. They got stuck, and like in a few minutes they heard voices from the swamp asking them to sacrifice a beautiful lady in the group. And the clan leaders sat. When they sat, they were discussing on what to do for them to get through the swamp. Ghosts continued asking the clan or the group leaders to sacrifice, to give out a beautiful lady to the swamp, so that there is a way for the group to go through. And the clan leaders moved aside, and they were like, what are we going to do? Are we going to keep stuck here? They looked around. They saw a beautiful lady, one of the beautiful lady in the group. They discussed that if we continue to be stuck here, we shall have to throw her in the swamp. We sacrifice her, then we see what next. It became evening. They slept there. Morning came. There was no way out. So these people, the clan leaders, got that beautiful lady. They threw her in the swamp. And in the due course of throwing her in the swamp, as the ghosts were requesting, darkness appeared. The rest of the clan members didn't see what was happening. But Nyinamukari, as the beautiful lady, was thrown in the swamp. And after that incident, on a short while, or on a short notice, the darkness disappeared. Clan members looked around, they couldn't see that lady anymore. The ghost took that lady in the swamp. And as darkness disappeared, there was a way to go through in the midst of the swamp. So the clan members and other people, clan leaders and other people that belong to the group, they crossed. After crossing, some like 100 meters, they said, we are leaving our lady behind. Let's go back and look for her. But to go back, they found there was again no way to go back through. Because they wanted to get the other lady, the nyinamukari, they wanted to get her back. But unfortunately, the ghosts had taken her and she couldn't be recovered. And that darkness that appeared is the one that they call Bwindi. The story was made by the people, the old people who were there by that time, and the one who wrote the story is a Muzungu. But the word Bwindi confused him and ended up writing Bwindi. And majorly we mean darkness. And when these people reached Kanung side, they settled. After settling, they said, for remembrance, what can we do? What name can we give to this very place that swallowed our person? They ended up calling it Bwindi bwa nyinamukari, where they threw their beautiful lady in the swamp, and all of a sudden she disappeared there. And in the due course darkness happened. They ended up calling that very particular place Bwindi swamp or Bwindi bwa nyinamukari. And that's where the national park got its name. Bwindi impenetrable forest.
So does that myth or story help to protect the mountain gorillas?
It gives the name itself to the park. It has no strings attached to the conservation of mountain gorillas. It gives the national park a name. But the mountain gorillas, of course, it's a species. You know, we have different species of gorillas. We have mountain gorillas, we have lowland gorillas. So the mountain gorillas are in this forest and as a species itself because they stay in mountains. And also these ones in Mugahinga or Virunga Massif, they are also mountain gorillas. For you to track mountain gorillas, you should go up in mountains and slope down.
So
However, we also have the lowland gorillas, which we don't have in Uganda.
So how about the story helping to protect the gorilla habitat?
It's kind of conserving this particular place. The Bwindi swamp, we actually have to conserve it. Not only the Bwindi swamp, but also the whole forest. When we conserve it, when we get to know the story of the Bwindi nyinamukari, it has strings attached to the communities living around this forest. And so, since it's where this nyinamukari disappeared, people around this forest are knowing much about the story, and so they don't want to destroy it. They want whoever comes from across the globe to come this side and is given that story and wants to know, the communities want to know that the efforts they are putting in to conserve the place itself are also helping to conserve other creatures that are living in the forest.